Night Runner,
Things have been pretty good.
you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm currently in the process.
Process of what?
Um,
Okay, I was listening to this on my TV. I wanted to just do a reaction to this video with my voice while I was listening to it and while my house is quiet. This is not the beginning of Siwa Moon's live stream. It's about 27 minutes in where Night Runner comes up. That's it. I just wanted to give a few comments on just some of the things I've been observing, especially what's been going on in Siwa Moon's live streams and her chat, and some of the women who are claiming to be victims of real entertainment news.
Can't say
getting restraining order and a cease and desist.
against. Can you say or no?
Um, that fake reporter guy.
Oh, good, good. You should.
Okay, so she's
What's
saying
he?
that she's
Do you
going
want
to
to
get
say about?
a restraining order and a cease and desist against, which cease and desist I could see. She doesn't want him talking about her anymore because he was saying some rude things, calling her he, she, the picture being put up on Twitter, saying that she's stalking him. Now, all that's wrong, but I have seen where these women who are saying that he's harassing them, he's coming for them, he's doing this, they're like following him across all platforms because I've heard them say several times. First of all, they were campaigning, he's not allowed on YouTube, da 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 da. Now it's he's not allowed on Twitch. He's not. We don't want him up. We want him off all platforms. And mind you, some of these women have been strongly behind Roadhog. Jackie Sunshine being one. Siwa Moon acts like she's blind to everything. She never sees anything, but she's eye is always on Real Entertainment News. At this point, he's done, in my opinion, same, worse. I started paying attention to this man because I saw him being racist. A lot of these women in this community seem to turn a blind eye to the racism. They're all white. They basically think that they have the say so on what's racist and what's not, even though they're not black or brown, or POCs. Most of them are not. There's a little bit here and there, but a lot of them are not. So everything else is outrage, outrage, outrage. Racism, not so bad. It's always brushed under the rug, which to me, even if I'm doing something wrong, that would enrage me.
He's been doing or?
Um, I don't know if you knew this, but his Twitch got terminated.
Yeah, look, I caught it as it happened. Here, I'll show you.
Oh, see what? But I thought y'all didn't
As it.
watch. I thought y'all didn't check for him like that. So you were in that stream, and myself, I don't believe for 1 second that that account was not Roadhog, because I did hear him. I was listening to Roadhog, and he said that he was gonna go over there and fuck with him, and that's one of the reasons I did go and listen to Real that night, and I saw them in the chat, and it looked like he was being baited. Now he is now a group of his old friends are upset with him. The lady that went up there, I don't know that story. They were asking him questions. The lady kept saying over and over, "Oh, you know what you did? What did you do?" Da, 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 da. He kept asking her, "Well, what did I do?" He kept a calm tone, and I've seen this happen several times. And I think at this point, and not this lady in particular, but a lot of these women know his triggers. They know what sets him off. They know going up there calling him boy, which is itself disrespectful to a black person. Like you're talking down, especially if you're a white person, it just sounds fucked up. It's considered to be a microaggression, which I think a lot of these women don't even know what the hell that is. I've been repeating it and they're just like, they don't even respond to it. They act like they don't know what the hell it is. It's basically when you're arguing with anybody who is part of the BIPOC community, that's either black, indigenous, Latino, a minority, and you're angry, like, yeah, you could fight with somebody. But if the first thing you go to is something that's talking down, considered to be a stereotype, then that could be considered a microaggression, and you're also being repeatedly doing that kind of stuff. It can be racist, and this whole community, they make very light of the N word. But oh my God, don't say cracker. Don't say cracker, because the pearls are being clutched, like grasped so hard, and oh my God, cracker. I'm sorry, I've tried to tell these people over and over. They don't care. Cracker is not a fucking racial slur. It's not. Look it up. Do some digging. Educate yourself. It's rude. It's not nice. It makes you feel bad. But y'all get so outraged over being called racist and being called a cracker, being called out on certain things, and make yourselves the victim of error every single thing. But he's supposed to take it all and swallow the racism. Like, you can call out someone for all the other bad behavior, but when you're having to be racist while doing that, then your little cause that you're fighting for is you're just as bad as the other person.
Happened. I caught it right there. Do you know why it did? Like, I saw it happen, like when it went down.
And y'all were reporting him.
So I'm
out,
so glad
don't
it's
lie.
gone. Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah. Now he's going to do lives on Facebook.
Oh my gosh.
I can't even touch him over there.
How come?
I can't report a damn
And
thing.
Night Runner.
I
I've
don't
been
want my
watching
name linked
him
to it.
because of all the things that y'all been accusing him. Oh my God, he's every day he's just coming for us. Every day, he's saying this about us. And I'm not saying he's innocent. I've seen him do some shady stuff. He does, he attacks his enemies. He comes for people who don't like. But to be saying that he's coming for you constantly to the form of where you need a restraining order. I haven't seen him even talk about you in the past few days because I've been watching him. I haven't watched his whole live, and I will on Facebook because I feel the same way. My Facebook is private. I don't want to go into any kind of live stream from any of the stuff from those communities. But this is the kind of stuff that that he probably listens to. And then he's calling you a stalker and then you get upset. Like, why are you talking about this stuff publicly? If you're this fearful, do the stuff that you need to do to protect yourself.
Oh,
It's got my real life name. I don't want to be doxxed.
can you not? Are there ways to do two different, like a fake? Is there a way to do a fake Facebook?
Yeah, but with Facebook, it's against terms of service to have two
Yeah,
Facebooks.
but people do it all the time because a lot
I
of
know.
idiots reached out to my ex-husband using fake accounts to get dirt on me, like the idiots they are.
I know,
Murder
but
TV, thank you so much for being here.
I have
Sorry.
a big Facebook page and group that I do all my gaming stuff, and I'm a big moderator in a gaming group. I'm like one of the original mods, and we do a lot of hard work, so I don't want any chance of having
Tying
random
him to
die.
it or losing it. Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe there's a bunch of people who don't mind.
I do have a family member who
And I see her, right here. Okay, you're trying to make sure he's not talking about you anymore. But there's one thing about talking about you. Like, you can't be online and have a channel and not expect anybody to talk about you, especially you're here talking about him right now. Maybe you don't throw shade the way he does. Maybe you don't roast and all that bullshit he does, but you're still talking about the person and you're doing this publicly and you don't expect no kind of response ever.
is going to be keeping an eye on him
Good.
because, well, let me put this. He did a Instagram story with some of those pictures on it of me, and he tagged me in it, and my family members saw it.
I'm pretty sure
On
that was
Instagram.
back when he put
And
the
they
tweet too.
reported the shit out
So
of him.
this has been like at least
And that's
over
when
a
his
week
Twitter
now.
went down.
Probably 2
What he
weeks since
doesn't
his Twitter's been
realize,
gone.
because see, he blamed his Twitter getting terminated because of me. No, I had him blocked. I have him blocked on Instagram.
He
I have
got
him blocked on
terminated
Twitter.
because the post he made about sunshinery.
Yes,
Yeah.
because y'all.
That was
I
the
get
end
it.
of it.
He's
Like, as
stupid
soon as
for
he
putting
did
those
that,
pictures. I
it
don't
got
agree with
taken
that.
down, and it was
was
straight
wrong.
up
But
because of
y'all
that
are
post about
reporting him,
sunshiner he
including
did.
Roadhog and all
But
his
then again,
people.
he was also doing the post about you guys on there. You as well.
I mean, how in the hell can two people from opposite sides of the country do that?
Another thing that I've seen though, y'all were going around everywhere. Oh my God, who's platforming him? No, 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 no. But yet I've seen some of y'all, and that includes like people like Jackie, that selfie queen lady. I know that JJ lady. They're all trying to act like, oh, we don't see what Roadhog's doing. We don't want to be called out for being in someone's chat or supporting them. But y'all were literally harassing that lady Yvette. That night I watched the Fat Albert thumbnail live y'all did. There was horrible comments in the chat about her. I know y'all talk things out, but y'all were livid that someone just had him as a guest. And I watched that freaking live, and there was nothing that was considered to be derogatory or harassing that was said about anybody in that live that he did the interview with Yvette. But y'all were acting and fooling, and Siwa here on your channel, fooling your chat that he was. And y'all been doing that. Y'all go stalk him, come back here, and on y'all's channels and tell a different story and make it seem more extreme than what it was. If that man talks shit about you, that's not considered harassment. If he's doing something that's degrading or talking about, like y'all said, the essay, all that stuff, okay, that's a different category. But you can't expect for someone that you don't like to never talk about you when y'all constantly talk about him.
Thing.
He doesn't care. He thinks it's funny to make these accusations. People are asking, are people still giving him money? And they're also saying, good job, he deserves everything that's coming to him.
Oh God, and this is always mentioned, the money. And I've seen this as I was watching Real before he was gone. Oh, why is he giving him super chats and da-da? That seems to me, it's always been the thing with jealousy. I don't care what these people say. They were so upset and salty about all those super chats he used to get. I feel Roadhog's stupid ass was jealous. He thought he could get him because this man literally thinks, like he has said over and over, oh, I'm more black than you, Real. He's literally trying to act like him and failing horribly, all his disgusting sides. And if you actually listen to him, it's so funny because everything that he's complaining about now that people are pulling away from him is exactly the stuff that Ro would say. He's just saying it in a different way. But all these people that were outraged with Real, there's a whole side that are calling him out, but there's a whole group and some sitting right here in this chat and on this panel that are acting like they don't know what's going on. Why don't y'all look at both sides and stalk that man just as bad as you're stalking that black man? Oh, the white man. Oh, no, I don't see him. No, it's not that bad. He's not as bad as Real. Oh, but he said the N-word. He literally said he was going to use chicken as bait to get this man to fight him. Y'all were on that Dottie Morgan's, people were on that panel laughing. This isn't even, I've seen so much stuff. It would be so hard to even explain all that stuff to y'all because y'all don't see it. Y'all are white. So most of the people that don't experience that in themselves, y'all, this whole community seems like they don't understand things that don't happen to them.
Do you know if anybody's giving him money still?
I know a couple people are.
Oh my gosh.
I don't necessarily know who. I have suspicions, and I don't want to name names, especially since one of them I was friends with at the beginning, and I'm personally pissed that she never stood up for me, especially since I've been protecting her ass from this side of the streets and making sure that nobody bullied or attacked her with what she's going through.
Yeah.
So I find it kind of disingenuous for her not to give me those.
That's a very common thing in the YouTube community. When they need your support, they have no problem asking you for your support and backing up and you defending them. But when they're going through it, they can't be bothered with.
Exactly, Siwa. It's crazy because you're actually doing that yourself. Oh, what? Roadhog? No, he's harassing a whole group of people. And y'all are sitting over here acting like victims of Real still. And acting like y'all don't see what's going on, and this is supposed to be a community that's for women and talking about y'all's trauma and backing each other up. Well, why aren't you looking over there? Everybody's been telling y'all. I've been seeing people mention in your chat, and you still act oblivious to it. Fake. You sure were quick to go and call out that Julie Virgo person to take Jackie off your thumbnail, but you can't bother to check in on all the crazy and disgusting shit Roadhog's been doing.
That's very common in this community. They won't treat you how you treat them.
Yeah, it's a major clusterfuck.
Sorry, Madonna. Someone said you could do a random email to get an account, create a new email.
Look at her, here even planning.
I mean, maybe I'll try to figure it out. And if I
trying to figure out how could they make a fake Facebook so they could just go stalk and report Real. This is crazy. I just can't believe somebody is doing this on their live panels.
And then I'll start reporting what he's been doing if he goes across the line. I mean, I won't just randomly report Real, if he's just minding his own business, doing his food reviews. But if he's doing the shit that we all know him to do, I'll report it because he's ruining life. He's terrorizing so many women.
I'll put this in the private chat.
Okay. Oh, and yeah, y'all wanted to know about that lady, Steph, calling Real the N-word. Remember? It happened in Hear Her TV's. She found out about it, but it happened in AT2's. But
another person that called him the N-word.
Hear Her TV is when she got called out for it. So that's when she changed her name to the other name. Some people aren't going to be able to understand what I'm saying.
I heard already several people call this man the N-word, and I was just watching him to watch him. It wasn't like I was like, oh, no, I didn't even know half the time everybody who he was talking about. You know, it would just come on me recommended. I'd be busy. I would listen to his stuff. I had been hearing about him after I watched him a couple of times. But the one thing that had caught my attention was when he played that clip of the Amzi beloved girl, who I think might have been a friend of this Mrs. Siwa. Not anymore, but I think they were friends, calling him the N-word on Instagram. Like, I'm sorry, but if I was in that position in a community, like, yeah, I was talking shit too. And like, you know, a lot of that community talks a lot of shit. He was doing just as, I mean, he was cussing and cussing people out and all that stuff. Yes, roasting them. Some of the stuff was just funny to me. Some of it was, yeah, too far malicious. I just think a lot of these women didn't know how to clap back to him. They were bothered that he was talking about their friends, whether it was roasting or going too far. But it never excuses the N-word. And for y'all to turn a blind eye to that and like continue supporting someone that did that, whether that person was called out or not, y'all still came very, very hard for this person in a racist way. Even after that, it's not always blatant, but y'all literally look like a community of predominantly white women with now the head white man leading this mob with y'all's pitchforks trying to chase and jail, because I literally have heard many of y'all talk about wanting him in jail. This black man trying to get him out of your little white town. That's exactly what it looked like from the outside. And my stomach has been sick. And yes, he does stuff that has made me sick too. But I've been disgusted by the white people in this community, because y'all need to go look in the mirror and y'all might see a little bit of a racist looking back.
Because he missed the other stream. If you have an old mobile, you can make a new Facebook up with that and it won't be able to be traced. Yeah, but it would have to be an active number, won't it? Oh, good.
Good, yeah.
Do you think that's what did it?
My Facebook account.
I can't confirm or deny because
he triggers me so much.
Frankly,
but I'm gonna go and
I don't
stalk
know.
him.
But I will tell you what was happening when it happened, when he lost his Twitch. A lady named Teresa Sucks came up there. She runs a hag page. She came up there, was screaming. He was calling her Cracker B, you know, the
One
thing
time,
he always says.
After he asked her several times, you know, you tell me what I did. I don't know that situation. I don't know what he did wrong. I know it was amongst a friend group. But that lady kept telling him over and over, you tell me what you did. You tell me what you did. And she said something, boy. And he said, get out of here, you fucking cracker bitch. Yeah, that's what he said. Don't try to pull it and say, but y'all, I feel that all that shit was a setup. I know that his ex-friends really, really mad at him. They're going to take him down, Everyone knows right now that cracker is a word that stupid ass Twitch is pulling streams down for. I feel he was baited. Just like that night, you baited him, Asiwa, by putting Fat Albert up on your thumbnail. Y'all know exactly what you're doing, and you're trying to help Miss Jackie. And y'all have all come together to do little things on the down low that you think nobody notices while y'all play victim, when actually there's, to me, a little bit of shadiness going on. Y'all are not wanting that man anywhere. First, y'all didn't want him on YouTube, but y'all have literally said he doesn't need to be on any platform. Roadhog said he was going to jail the dum-dum, which is also considered to be racist to say some shit like that. It's microaggressive. And nobody says nothing to that man. And I know that's why y'all don't speak against him, because that's what y'all want. Y'all want him to stalk the shit out of Real and make sure that he's off all platforms.
And then he was cussing her, telling her, get the hell out of here. You know how he talks to women. Then Roadhog, or an account pretending to be Roadhog, came in and they were arguing back and forth, and he was trying to block Roadhog's account. Again, people said it's not him, it's someone pretending to be him, so I don't know for sure. But that's what was going on when he lost
Jackie was the one that came and said, it's not him, it's not him. How do you know so quick,
and he was saying that it was her doing it. No, it's not her, it's him.
Good Judy, him and his wife.
Yep.
Jared, I'm sorry, hon. He needs to.
That's her protector. She owes him so much, even though he's disgusting to other people. That right there is so fucking hypocritical. If you're going to be okay with someone just because they helped you, meanwhile they're harassing a whole other group of women, and they actually seem to have a pattern of this harassment towards women for months and months and months, girl, like you're no better. And that man is way worse to me because he's a racist. He's racist. He's taking out he said all the things that you've complained about. He's gone into people's past. He's talked about people's essay. He's questioned people's domestic violence. He's accused men of beating their wives. he's doxing. And then for you to sit there quietly, like, girl, like, just be quiet about real. Like, shut up already, because if you're gonna be okay and turn a blind eye to that, then you can't be doing this whole victim thing going around the whole community trying to get everybody to run this man off because you don't like him.
There she is. Oh, cracker is a word against TOS on Twitch. Good to know then. I was wondering. Yeah, you could buy a new CM for $1 and use that according to Mandy. No, he was on Twitch terrorizing everyone.
Oh, no, it was that's not even true. Terror. I was watching his live the night he went up there with AZ. He's only done a few of them. They talked nothing about food. He may have said a few little things here and there, but nothing to the point of like, oh my God, it's harassment. People are going to talk shit. You don't want nobody to talk about y'all at all. And just because you've had issues with somebody and they go up there and talk shit, it's not automatically where you can say that you are a victim and you're harassed. Like, you may have been a victim of something that person did to you, but not every single thing after that is considered the same. It's not all abuse. It's not all, like, these big old trigger words are, it's just disgusting to me that they're being weaponized in this way. But at the same time, these same people are turning a blind eye to someone that's actively doing this shit on YouTube right now.
To be clear, not Roadhog. Okay, so verification. It's definitely not him. But he was on Twitch doing a stream, calling people white cracker bees, and within about 2 minutes, this popped up. And his channel's been gone ever since. So that's good news. But now he's back on Facebook terrorizing people
lies.
again.
She lies a lot.
And if anybody has a Facebook account where y'all can watch it, and if he crossed the line, well, you know, I can't exactly say it, but definitely don't do any. I mean, don't just do it just because it has to make sure it crosses the line.
Yeah.
But maybe we get some people to let us know, because especially if you're going to go legal, you definitely need permit. Like, you need evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Me too, Sunshinery.
I just got back from driving the kids to school. Their normal bus time is 6:14 in the morning, and I ain't getting up at 5:30. Oh, hell no. So we get up at 7 o'clock, and I drive them to school. We get an extra hour and a half of sleep.
Yeah, we're supposed to, I got a message from the school saying that the bus is going to start being delayed an hour each morning and each afternoon now because of the weather.
I got to get to bed.
So that's fine. No, I don't think. Yes, hello to Sunshine. We're so glad you're here, girl. I don't think he's going to go away, guys.
With this group of
he's
people,
lost Twitter,
especially that come to
YouTube,
this little chat of
his Twitch, now
Instagram. I'm like here at my TV, like, that's not true. That's not what happened. Why are you doing this? Why are you over there? If you're so scared, why are you doing this? Like, if you're so scared of somebody, it would be best not to go on public platforms and antagonize and poke at them. It's okay to talk about it, but if you're that fearful of the person that's going to literally come and do so much harm to you, this kind of stuff, it's like low key, it's just like, it's very like y'all are manipulating the situation by twisting things that happened, exaggerating what happened, because y'all don't like a person that did some fucked up shit to you. Therefore, y'all don't want that person back. But y'all are going to sit there and turn a blind eye to another person that's equally doing that same stuff, but they're also racist. And for you, any of y'all to sit there as white people to say, no, it's not, no, that's not your place. Y'all are overstepping the whole cracker bitch thing. Y'all didn't like it because maybe some of it was true. When you are gonna sit there and turn a blind eye to someone being called the N-word, for POCs and black people, yeah, that's a little bit of acting like a cracker bitch. The same thing as a Karen. Is it a nice word? No. Is it rude? Yes. Do I use that word on the regular? No. But there's a lot of people in the POC community that do say shit like that, because just like that little word cracker makes y'all feel in an uproar and you're so upset about it, how do you think it feels the other way? And the word cracker doesn't bring y'all any type of oppression, and it doesn't equate to the N-word. And I had this argument with several people already. One person, I guess she read up on a few things and she said that, she stood corrected. But for y'all to sit here and try to make this reverse racism thing work just to chase off a black man, y'all all look racist. Period.
Quite frankly, I don't know.
But I will tell you what was happening when it happened.
I got interrupted. Sorry. I had to come back to this because I was trying to go back to where I was and I forgot to say something right here.
He lost his Twitch. A lady named Teresa Sucks came up there. She runs a hag page. She came up there, was screaming. He was calling her Cracker B, the thing he always says. And then He was cussing her, telling her, get the hell out of here.
That part. I just happened to click on it again. I was trying to rewind. And do you hear that? Oh, God, gasp for Cracker. But a little bit earlier when she mentioned that lady that called him the N-word, cricket, silence. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's weird to me. It's like weird to watch that there's this group of mainly white people that have been using Roadhog's bitch ass, using the reverse racism card, sitting up there white knighting, now calling out racism. And the people that he's calling racist, one, okay, the other person is a black man, and he's trying to say because he used cracker that he's a racist, but this white man has said the N-word. He has said that he would use chicken to bait him. He's literally saying that he's going to chase him around all platforms and make sure that he gels the dum-dum. Like, in 2022 in America, like, come on. People are going to question a white person that's saying shit about wanting to put a black person in jail. Do you not see the freaking hues? Another thing, this man has literally been part of this crazy accusation that Real Entertainment had a murder plot and there was a murder for hire plot going on against him. That's another totally fucking racist thing to do towards a black person if there's not solid ass proof. I'll be counting the days and how many days ever since that accusation's been made that they've been double downing. Oh God, hold on. They've been double downing that this investigation is true and spreading this around a whole community that Real was trying to murder somebody. I don't even know if I'm able to say that. Let's say the M word, trying to unalive a person. Who is doing that shit in 2022 to a black person? And if this is a true story, it was so far-fetched. You know, these people I've been kind of arguing with, which now Jackie's blocking me whenever I make valid points somewhere. I went to Yaya's streams. I wasn't to the first. That's kind of what caught my attention because I had already known like what was going on with Real. And then when I was told that now they were trying to say that he had did a unalive plot on somebody, I was like, what? You know, it just was so far-fetched. And then when I found out that Roadhog was like part of all of this stuff and leading it, I was just like, no, oh, hell no. So that's when I started paying more attention because do I agree with the wishing death? No. But let me point out a few things that these people here will cry about Real Entertainment that man has also done. I've heard him wish, I don't know how many people dead at this point. He's also been making, when he did his men's rights, whatever, stream, whatever you want to call that, he was talking about, how, this person has a DV case. How did we hear the man side? The same stuff that people were saying that Real was wrong for. I found out that he was also questioning Katie Joyce's essay, was reading a report. Real was, accused of, he did that, too, or that's what I've heard, that he did that to Miss Jackie Sunshine. So how can she back up a man that is doing the same thing to others or has done them to others? Like, it doesn't matter who the person is. Whether you like or hate Katie Joy, I don't know. I don't really know much.
Frankly, I don't know.
But I will tell you what was happening when it happened.
I got interrupted. Sorry. I had to come back to this because I was trying to go back to where I was and I forgot to say something right here.
He lost his Twitch. A lady named Teresa Sucks came up there. She runs a hag page. She came up there, was screaming. He was calling her Cracker B, the thing he always says. And then he was cussing her, telling her, get the hell out of here.
That part. I just happened to click on it again. I was trying to rewind. And do you hear that? Oh, God, gasp for Cracker. But a little bit earlier when she mentioned that lady that called him the N-word, cricket, silence. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's weird to me. It's like weird to watch that there's this group of mainly white people that have been using Roadhog's bitch ass, using the reverse racism card, sitting up there white knighting, now calling out racism. And the people that he's calling racist, one, okay, the other person is a black man. And he's trying to say because he used cracker that he's a racist, but this white man has said the N-word. He has said that he would use chicken to bait him. He's literally saying that he's going to chase him around all platforms and make sure that he gels the dum-dum. Like, in 2022 in America, like, come on. People are going to question a white person that's saying shit about wanting to put a black person in jail. Do you not see the freaking hues? Another thing, this man has literally been part of this crazy accusation that Real Entertainment had a murder plot and there was a murder for hire plot going on against him. That's another totally fucking racist thing to do towards a black person if there's not solid ass proof. I'll be counting the days and how many days ever since that accusation's been made that they've been double downing. Oh God, hold on. They've been double downing that this investigation is true and spreading this around a whole community that Real was trying to murder somebody. I don't even know if I'm able to say that. Let's say the M word, trying to unalive a person. Who is doing that shit in 2022 to a black person? And if this is a true story, it was so far-fetched. You know, these people I've been kind of arguing with, which now Jackie's blocking me whenever I make valid points somewhere. I went to Yaya's streams. I wasn't to the first. That's kind of what caught my attention because I had already known like what was going on with Real. And then when I was told that now they were trying to say that he had did a unalive plot on somebody, I was like, what? You know, it just was so far-fetched. And then when I found out that Roadhog was like part of all of this stuff and leading it, I was just like, no, oh, hell no. So that's when I started paying more attention because do I agree with the wishing death? No. But let me point out a few things that these people here will cry about Real Entertainment that man has also done. I've heard him wish, I don't know how many people dead at this point. He's also been making, when he did his men's rights, whatever, stream, whatever you want to call that, he was talking about, how, this person has a DV case. How did we hear the man side? The same stuff that people were saying that Real was wrong for. I found out that he was also questioning Katie Joy's essay, was reading a report. Real was, accused of, he did that, too, or that's what I've heard, that he did that to Miss Jackie Sunshine. So how can she back up a man that is doing the same thing to others or has done them to others? Like, it doesn't matter who the person is. Whether you like or hate Katie Joy, I don't know. I don't really know much. I'm not a fan of Katie Joy. I watched a little bit of her, could not, she's just not my cup of tea. I do know she's done a lot of wrong things. Do I think that people went too far with her? Yes. There's a lot of people that went too far. Do I think that she deserves a lot of criticism? Yes. Besides all that, what I've heard is that Roadhog was doing some disgusting shit towards her too. So these women that are acting like he's some kind of savior and hero to them, like it just flips my stomach because my whole thing is like, I'm not sitting here pretending to be a victim of Roadhog. I'm not sitting here going around saying that he's triggering me, he's my abuser, he's this and that, while turning the blind eye to Real. I'm not defending Real because I know that all that stuff is wrong. No, there's a lot of men that do that shit, including people like King Star. Like, they question victims, they question stories, which I'm a little bit more, you're not supposed to do that. But there's also some points that sometimes, yes, men will make. They'll say certain things. Like, there's certain cases that I know that's not the norm. The norm is most of the time we should listen to women and victims because for generations, we had to hide that shit. We couldn't talk about it. We were called sluts for talking about it. We were shamed for talking about it. That's a whole other topic. Roadhog stream just angered me as well because he was throwing out misinformation on all sorts of shit. But my whole point to this is that if you're going to literally shame a black man, like maybe you want to for the same things that a white man's doing, maybe you might want to look in the mirror and wonder why that is. Why is it that the black man triggers you so much and not the white man for doing the same stuff? Why are you so easy to outrage over cracker bitch, but turn a blind eye to the N-word? Why are you so easy to laugh at jokes like, oh, let's bait him with chicken, but God forbid, they make fun of your looks or something, that makes him an abuser. He's a harasser. Putting up people's pictures, wrong. You're not supposed to do that. I understand his Twitter be taken down. He was stupid. He own worst enemy on that. He asked for it that day. But when you poke at somebody, because the night that y'all did this stream with the Fat Albert thumbnail, I was actually waiting for him to go on that interview thing. I caught it a little bit late, but I wound up watching it. And then your little stream came up as recommended, I think because of the topic. And I noticed the Fat Albert meme, and sure enough, who was it? You, Siwa Moon, Tyra, and oh God, Jackie Sunshine, all the people that just have been going around saying, don't platform him, got together. And Siwa, you admitted this. You admitted that y'all did that on purpose because y'all wanted to prove to everybody that he hadn't changed. What do you think will happen if someone says they want to talk things? Y'all don't want to talk nothing out with him. Y'all want him gone. You don't care if he apologized. Y'all, at this point, I heard him on that live when he was saying, because I do think he feels that the main person campaigning him to be gone, period, is Jackie. And I kind of been paying attention. I did hear her. I looked up a lot of videos where she was speaking about her situation. I saw the one where she talked about the hard drive. I saw the one. She's mad because, yes, he dug into her past. It was wrong. What I can't figure out is what even started their beef to begin with. But I do see a lot of the time where in this community, y'all do dig up shit on each other as far as reports and records. And it's just weird to me that all that's okay, but oh, you can't do it to you though. Don't do it to me. And then the whole thing of like, I'm 100%, I'm going to back women. But do I do think it makes us look a little weak when we cry misogyny for every little single thing? Yes. And then that kind of gets us to not be listened to when it's actual shit that's going on that we actually need to speak up for. We can't expect every single time that we put ourselves in a situation to fight with somebody that they're not going to fight us back. And I'm talking about men and women. If you're going to talk shit, be prepared to have shit talked back to you. And then, yes, if they go too far, that's one thing. But when after that stops and you just keep poking and poking and poking and, oh, poor me, you look suspicious. It looks weird. And like I said earlier, if you're okay with a white man doing this plus being racist and then not the black man, it makes you look racist. Because for some reason, this white man doesn't trigger you. Why? Why is that? That's the typical stuff you see when we talk about this, Karens and all that shit. It's like, why is it okay for, a white person to do and say something and they think they're considered to look calm or, oh, they're not that bad. But as soon as, a black person or a brown person could do the literal same thing, they're aggressive. They scare me. Oh my God, I was fearing for my life. Educate yourselves a bit. Look at yourself from the outside. And it doesn't matter if you have been in relationships with a POC, none of that, all that shit. It just makes you look more racist when y'all say it. Let me see where I'm at, because
how he talks to women. Then Roadhog, or an account pretending to be Roadhog, came in and they were arguing back and forth, and he was trying to block Roadhog's account. Again, people said it's not him; it's someone pretending to be him. So I don't know for sure, but that's what was going on when he lost it, and people were telling him to leave Jackie alone, and he was saying that it was her doing. No, it's not her; it's him.
Yep.
Yeah, but did y'all say,
Jared? I'm sorry, hon.
What happened? This and I heard somebody talking about this. I think it was on this PJ person stream that they kind of told her something for starting the stuff up again. Yes, that's what happened, girl. The person was not talking about you. And just because they say your name doesn't give you the reason to then say you're being harassed. If someone is mentioning your name and you're mentioning their name, it's a two-way fight.
He needs to there she is. Oh, cracker is a word against TOS on Twitch. Good to know then.
Yeah, it's good to know.
I was wondering.
I'm sure y'all knew that. Everybody knew
you could buy
about
a new
the whole
Sam for
cracker thing on Twitch.
and use that according to.
And I'm sorry if I'm repeating this. It's just I couldn't hear.
No, he was on Twitch terrorizing everyone. It was not the Roadhog account, to be clear. Not Roadhog. Okay, so verification. It's definitely not him. But he was on Twitch doing a stream, calling people
definitely
white cracker bees, and within about 2 minutes, this popped up, and his channel's been gone ever since. So that's good news. But now he's back on Facebook, terrorizing people again. And if anybody has a Facebook account where y'all can watch it, and if he crossed the line, well, I can't exactly say it, but definitely don't do anything. Don't just do it just because.
You can't say it, right? Because that's considered, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to send people to go report, but you're doing it. Just because you're not saying the words, it's very obvious what you're doing, Siwa. What is your agenda? You're trying to rile up your followers to go and harass this black man. Get a grip.
It has to make sure it crosses the line. But maybe we get some people to let us know, because especially if you're going to go legal.
And then guess what? He's going to hear this stream and then talk about y'all. And then y'all going to oh my God, we don't know why. We weren't doing anything. Y'all know that people creep. You know that people creep on you've been beefing with this person. Y'all creep on him. So obviously he's creeping on you. So you know everything that you're saying is going to wind up getting heard by him and antagonize that person. I'm not saying he's a little child that can't control himself. But y'all, to me, are doing this purposely because y'all want to keep him off the internet. Y'all have literally been saying that in your chats. Roadhog has said it. I know that y'all all talk. Y'all are lying if y'all act like y'all don't know what one the other, like, oh, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. Y'all obviously know because y'all sure come together to chase down Real and freaking stalk him and report him. And after I heard that PJ live too, I heard that Miss Jackie, like behind the scenes, is a different person. She was actually trying to supposedly make an anonymous channel with a voice changer. That don't sound like I ain't doing nothing to me. You're doing it on the down low, girl.
You definitely need permit, like you need evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Me too, Sunshinery.
I just got back from driving the kids to school.
Little Miss Sunshine has a little bit of a dark side.
Their normal bus time is 6:14 in the morning, and I ain't getting up at 5:30. Oh, hell no. So we get up at 7 o'clock, and I drive them to school. We get an extra hour and a half of sleep.
Yeah, I got a message from the school saying that the bus is going to start being delayed an hour each morning and each afternoon now because of the weather. So that's fine. No, I don't think. Yes, hello to Sunshine. We're so glad you're here, girl. I don't think he's going to go away, guys. He's lost Twitter, 2 YouTubes, his Twitch. Now, does he still have his Instagram?
How about trying to ignore him? Why do you keep doing these lives and letting people come up here to talk about him? And where is he at now? You're doing this to me low-key on purpose. Y'all want to let your followers know where he's at now so they could help y'all report him.
Does anybody know?
His Instagram is on a 7-day suspension.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
okay, so that? Good God.
How do you know that? I know you said your bunch of your family members are reporting him, but this is weird shit. And I've been watching his Instagram story. So that post, I'm thinking it was around the same time as a Twitter. So is it wrong? Yes, he shouldn't have been doing that shit. But why are y'all following him like this? It's too much. Like, if you're this, like, scared of a person, why would you follow them to this point before they were even talking about you? Y'all were talking about how y'all were going to do this. Y'all didn't want him on a platform and shaming creators like AZ for doing any type of, interview with him, having him up on the panel that they were disgusting. Tyra was over there doing lives like, oh my God, this person's so disgusting. But now y'all don't want to be called out for being a supporter and a member and a moderator and all that shit. It's so hypocritical.
And he's never going to change. It's very clear. He has no intentions of stopping what he does to women.
He's a fucking terrorist.
Yeah, well,
another microaggression. You're literally calling a black man a terrorist for doxing's wrong. Putting people's pictures up in the fight on the internet is wrong. But a terrorist, girl? Really? Really? These are the kind of things that you need to educate yourself on. You think he's a bad person. You want to say he's harassing you, but to be labeling him as a monster. Oh, he's a criminal because he was doing a unalive plot on us. Oh, he should be in jail. Oh, like all those things. From the outside, y'all look pretty disgusting. Oh my God!
The people used to hang out with them.
Again.
Thank God they walked away from
my
him.
Laptop's messed up
because he would have dragged them down with him. He had a lot of really good people too.
I was one of them.
Yeah, I know. And y'all didn't. You thought he was just being bullied, and
and I've been through this with creators being disappointed in them and all that before, and being in beefs with someone I strongly supported. So I get what they're saying, but at the same time, it doesn't condone racism. Oh, did I cut?
He was just responding, but no, I get it. I used to support him. Well, not very much. I learned about him through AT2 because I'm friends with AT2, and that's where I even heard about his name. I went to go check him out, and when AT2 was cool with him, of course I was being cool with him. But then when he started churning, I was backing up, and then the end all be all is when he found out Sunshinery and Whispers was in here, and we were all just talking, He came in the background dropping the F slur that rhymes with maggot, calling Jackie horrendous names. Like, I was done. I wanted nothing to do with him when he started doing that. And that he tries to say it's her fault. It's not her fault. It was absolutely his fault. How he would.
I kind of was trying to hear like what happened with that. From my understanding, I think he was cool with you, Miss Siwa, and he just felt betrayed by you because you were, being friendly with his enemy, who was, Miss Jackie, because he feels that she's behind all this. Trying to go behind the scenes, don't fuck with Real because of her. Like he feels that she's the main one that has, she wants revenge. She doesn't want him to be nowhere. And it's been like this. And I get it. I get both sides, from when I saw her, where she was talking about him reading her report, which I do agree. I feel like when I don't feel that anybody should have to even talk about any of that stuff. But I see in this community, it is something that is done. There was a lot of holes, things that didn't make sense. That's another topic as well. I think that she was embarrassed. I get it. I would be pissed and embarrassed too. Someone, dug up my police record and all that, and was trying to shame me for it. I get that. I get the anger. But I just think that things have come to the point where you can't talk about anything towards certain people, but they could go around and talk about you. And it just doesn't work that way. That's not even how the world works. I don't condone him. I don't think it was, good for him at all to throw a fit like a baby. But Roadhog has been doing the same thing to women. He literally saw that lady, Erin, EKC, in AZ's chat and literally started cussing her out on his live and told her or yelled on his live for her to suck his you-know-what. Like, this is the whole thing, though, with this group right here is Miss Siwa acts like she don't know what's going on. Miss Jackie doesn't want to be called out for being his moderator. Okay, girl, but you wanted to call everybody and their mama out for, even engaging with Real at all.
Behaving. He could still post stories. Oh my gosh. He could still post. So he just can't go live right now.
His story tonight, I saw it, and he was putting shirts and shit.
I'm going to go ahead and drop. I need to get into
or last night, I'm sorry.
Discord
discussion
girl. On a private server.
If you need to come up and speak about anything tonight, by the way, I think I'm going live later tonight. If you need to come up and talk about anything, let me know.
Okay. Well, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. All right, bye, girl.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
And it's funny how Miss Jackie has all the details all the time.
MySpace.
Oh, and yes, like she always has the details of, where he's at. She's putting it in the chat. It's just like, to me, it's like leaving little breadcrumbs for people to, and also giving out, a twisted story. She knows that, Cracker's reportable on Twitch. Oh, I know Roadhog wasn't that. Like, how do you know all this stuff if you aren't doing anything? If you're just minding your own business and being attacked, not provoking nobody. Girl, it's so obvious. It's very obvious. And you think this little innocent act, I don't know you. I don't know you personally. But when you're a creator and you're, publicly going through stuff, people are going to watch. I have seen you around. I think we were actually following each other due to some mutuals and stuff. But just from the observation over the months, I'm just like, girl, I understand people care about you because they know you personally, but when someone doesn't know you at all, they tend to see things without rose-colored glasses on.
MySpace still around? Bless it. No, he's doxing people. He's doxing people on his dumbass Instagram.
So is Roadhog.
And I don't see how. I don't see how he's still allowed to. He's always doing that shit.
I haven't seen the doxing. And
Wasp isn't that annoying. You heard of him and JY from AT2. AT2 is our boy. Oh my gosh. Don't tell me people pay him. People are paying to look at his vileness.
He knows about the Patreon, of course.
My gosh.
See, and that's another thing. It always comes down to money. And money. And these, since way back when I was, or not way back, but like when I was watching, paying attention to this stuff, I'm like, why are they so pressed all the time about his super chats? And if you're go to his chats, but don't give him super chat. Don't give, there's a lot of jealousy in this community when it comes to who's getting donations and who's getting super chats. And there's always these little links and stuff to donate for legal fees. I think there's a lot of asking for money going around. And to see someone, because the difference between Real and Roadhog that I can say is that he can't be funny. He's not just disgusting to watch. Roadhog tries to be funny. He's just Real could sit there and like this is I think people are so jealous because he can just sit there and talk shit and eat and kiki with people. Some people enjoy that shit. Like you don't have to always put out videos. You don't always have to put out this real serious commentary. Like sometimes people just want to see bullshit. And it really bothered y'all because y'all couldn't understand why this man could just sit there and do that, because when he wasn't coming for people, y'all made fun of him. And when he was doing the who wants to smoke shit, y'all outraged. And I heard him say that one time, y'all tell me not to do this, y'all tell me not to do that. And then when I don't do it, nobody comes and supports me. And then y'all, the fuckers over here making fun of him. Y'all just don't like the man, and that's fine. But don't sit there and act like every little single thing he did was abusive. And then this man over here is y'all's fucking savior.
For that. What is he going? I don't get this. He's lost all his ways to pay his rent. And he's like, Twitch was his last
that's another thing.
resort,
That is a microaggression itself. And for y'all to sit there and make fun of a black person's finances to the point that y'all are just so happy. And Roadhog has been doing this. He's so happy that, he's, can't pay his rent. So happy, hoping that he's going poor. Everybody just, dancing on this man that they, this black man's grave, that they just hope that he's broke as fuck. They want him to be homeless on the streets. They were so happy his cats got taken away, which I know they did that shit on purpose, picking at that because they can tell that was something he actually really cares about. So they just picked that, Roadhog son of a bitch, putting that, oh, well, we're doing a good thing now. Clear as glass what the fuck you are doing. How would you like if we put some fundraiser shit together for your ex-wife? You be fucking livid. And the whole thing with that, y'all are poking in his real ass life, and y'all think that shit was okay, and it was not. Even if this man was doing anything wrong to certain individuals, if y'all needed to go real life, the first thing y'all should have done was to protect yourselves. If you felt like you needed to get a protective order or whatever you needed because you felt that he was real life harassing you, or doing an online harassment report, those are the things you do. And then stop engaging if you do not want the harassment to continue. Don't provoke it. Don't poke it. But for y'all to constantly be just talking about this person's finances and dancing on the grave that y'all just love if he's in poverty and poor, of course. How dare this black man be making more money than y'all on streams because, the entitlement, right?
Because on Facebook, y'all get paid? People get paid on Facebook to go live? I don't think you do. Not unless you're really, really big.
Why do you care?
We're talking about real.
Why is that the topic? I thought you were worried about the harassment.
No, he won't post. He can post normal pictures, but he won't. He has no interest in doing that. He has interest in hurting people. He wants revenge.
And so do y'all. Y'all want revenge too.
Unbelievable. I'm so glad his Twitch was gone, though, for good. And that he's going to drag me for that, but I don't even care.
Of course you are. That's why
it should be. He can't
went
post
live
anything.
When you had him on as a guest because they're like, oh, hell no.
Why did people pay him all that time to begin with? I don't get it. Like, so many people were paying this man money. Again, thank you so much, Mercedes, for your super chat. You're so sweet. I mean, the cash app.
That get money, not bring it over here.
I will be
putting
I'm sorry, towards Subway, since I can't get groceries for some reason because everything's taken
out. You ain't no better, girl, with the donation.
Hey, Stacey, how are you doing? Stuff. They could get paid, but there's a set of monetization guidelines like YouTube. Oh my gosh. So he has to have a certain amount of subs, right? I mean, followers? Blind or like maybe willingly blind. I cannot believe this shit. He's still going. No, I had issues. We had a bunch of storms coming through.
So this man, we're just
it knocked out the Wi-Fi the other night.
And he were to get monetized somewhere. Why would that bother you? Isn't that what y'all want, for him to move on from y'all? Isn't that what y'all want? Or is it just because y'all don't want him on a platform making money? And it's going to bother y'all because y'all want revenge on this motherfucker, that to find out or to know that he's somewhere making money.
I was going to go live. I made a post. I was going to go live and the internet got knocked out that night. But then it's been back. But then the electricity's going in and out, in and out. So I've been too afraid to get on any devices because I need to keep it charged. So I just figured everybody was fine. I haven't checked. I haven't seen anything till just a minute ago. And then we're just, it's just calm and today, but we got more stuff coming tomorrow. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I hope not. Oh my goodness. Wait, you get paid big time for the STARS program? I did not know that. Oh, do you, Chicago? Well, okay, Chicago. If I get out of electricity, we're coming. Those generators are $1,000
Okay, well, I'm going to end it here.
They're not cheap at all.
I just wanted to say something real quick. My whole point of this is if you do feel the things that Real was doing over these past months or whatever was totally wrong, and that's your whole ammo, call out the white man too, not just the black man. Don't turn a blind eye and then expect people not to call you hypocrites. Don't go around crying harassment when it looks like you're stalking and harassing somebody too. It's clear, I mean, you could just see it. And this whole denial of like, we ain't doing nothing, we ain't doing that little innocent act. It's disgusting. Just because right now, because y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all know what Roadhog is doing. I think it's all an act. You're trying to distance yourself a little bit, but it's still not the same. Keep the same energy. Like if I was going around saying that Roadhog was affecting me in my real life to the point that I'm just so triggered that I want to hurt myself, all that shit that's been said. But then I'm over here sitting kikiing with, Real, who's doing the same stuff. And see, the reason that I'm not sitting here defending the actions that he did that were wrong, but I'm defending and speaking up on the racism part that a lot of y'all need to educate yourself on. And then just the whole thing of, I'm not the one doing that. I don't like Roadhog because he's racist. That's my number one fucking reason. I feel that in my gut and my heart, and I don't care what anybody says. And then he's done disgusting things to some of these people. I don't really know them, but I see what he's doing. He's doxing people where, children are in the home. I don't agree with it being done to him, whoever the fuck it is, whoever is doing it on either side are wrong. I've tried to go in the chats. You get blocked over there. You can't speak to this person. And then he's crying about fucking Twitter. Like, yeah, I'm going to talk shit on Twitter. You want to sit there on your live and be an echo chamber? Then I'm going to talk shit about you on Twitter. But the whole thing with this situation with some of these people that come over here, Miss Siwa Moon's chat and, Miss Jackie and all of these women, don't expect to do all this stuff and never to come back to you. Just like you see Mr. Roadhog kind of experiencing everything that, kind of Real did in a way, because he felt some of these women were his friends, and now he's like, oh my God, now he's calling all Karens. Now he's saying the community is a bunch of Karens. Isn't that the same shit Real was saying? Wasn't he also saying the same thing, that that the women in this community were sneakier than when people know, and now some shit's coming to light? And my opinion and my little theory in my gut, allegedly, I feel that a lot of the women staying quiet is because they don't want to wind up like Miss Dottie exposed. Just the same little shit that came out about her, doxing in DMs and kind of like sending little little messages of like who she don't like. So hopefully Roadhog could go and get him. Like when he said, I'll take care of her towards that one person. Yeah, I'm sure Ms. Jackie is going to stay pretty loyal because she doesn't want to be Miss Dottie. And a lot of these women, I think that live that I heard earlier or yesterday from PJ explaining how sneaky they are behind the scenes, I think that's true. And they're doing the most behind the scenes to make sure that certain people are gone. And they're afraid for that to come out. Allegedly. But anyways, that's all I have to say for now. This is just a little rinky-dinky voiceover. Excuse me. I talk straight. I stutter a little bit. I don't really edit out anything. This is just me talking as I'm watching something I would say to myself as I'm watching this bullshit. Bye.